Okay, so I don't know how much time I got on here for the video, but this is one book I like. There's many versions of the book, but this one is my favorite. One of my favorites, Dialectical Behavior Therapy. This one's my favorite because there's certain, it's like a questionnaire right here, that you can fill out, and here they got different ways they're introducing it. Like this is the acceptance coping statement. Like that one I might say, this is the way it has to be. These all vary on here. Okay, this one in particular, this moment is the result of over 1 million other decisions, because that's more accurately true. And then as you go dig deeper into it, there's other choices. Then there is a list of pleasurable activities. And here's some more. Jeez. So here they have a variety for you to choose from. You don't have to fill it all out. Fill it out as you go. And then this one says distract yourself with tasks and chores. This all varies because you see I didn't really do much here. And then it just all differs. Let's see. My favorite one, this is, that one's a list of commonly felt emotions, is this one. This is describing emotion. Now, if you don't know how to describe, just write an action that you did or didn't do, in addition to draw what you can of the emotion. So if you're not much of an artist, draw what you can on it. Again, on this, write the sound if you can't describe it. Write the emotion, the intensity of the emotion. So, like, is it at a high level, low level? It's part of intensity, or other things, other ways you can write the emotion. And the thoughts are going to vary. Don't write too many unless you want to on that one. And naming the emotions will differ. I got different charts for emotions, or you can use an app. And the one I like using is How We Feel app. And it was, I don't remember how old the app is, but it's like this right here. It kind of looks like this, but it has all the different types of emotions. The colors, which on this is different, but yellow is like the calm area, the green is the calm area, and then the rest of the areas just differ. This here's got orange for sad, which is not really accurate. On the app, it only has 4. So it's got blue, it's got green, yellow, and red. These are just another color for it. But the feelings wheel has more colors for them. I don't know why they put the color behind it, because it's not always truthful to every situation for me. I don't know how accurate it is for you. But yeah, so like the red. Okay, this one is messed up. Because red is not for happy in the app. That's totally different. It's actually for anger. So it would be for fearful. For fearful. So it would be for scared, for threatened. Anxious would differ on that. Guilt varies. So yeah, I was trying to find the books again because they just disappeared again. See, I don't have a. That's mainly my main bookcase. But I found my brother, mainly half brother, did something I never thought he would do. So I'm paying the consequence for his actions. And I don't think he really gives a damn. So yeah, that's siblings for you. Because I tried to be the best sister, and I wasn't. I wasn't the good sister, I was the bad sister to him, so. Which sucks. But here is another book I would highly recommend. If you have someone who works on phonics, this is a good book, because this says all ages. So it doesn't really go to the extreme. Some books go to the extreme and they put an age on it, which to me is going to the extreme, because some people in higher grades need to learn things in lower grades that their parents refuse to teach them, or the parents refuse to understand they needed to be taught in certain ways. Because not all teachers will teach you what needs to be taught. Like, these are the posters I had last time. Like, here's the how you feel poster. This is just like I'd say a beginner's one, not really much of an expert's one. Like, this one's confused. And then this one is my ultimate favorite. Size of the problem. So what they did was they took this from one poster and made it into a single poster. So they got it by emergency, and then they got a sentence to go with it. Then this huge problem, which is below the emergency. I am angry, I'm feeling overwhelmed. The sentences will differ on here because some people could see small problem as emergency. So it all differs. Yeah, and don't tell them they're wrong for that, because then you're saying whatever the situation is, you're invalidating it. You're telling them it doesn't matter when it does. So that needs to be slowed down or stopped. Because I used to work in areas where you have to be very, very careful how you evaluate stuff. Because the less accuracy, the less they're going to get the right help. And then you're putting them in danger in addition to yourself. Yeah. And then this jar is just an empty jar. You can use that as an emotion jar, which means you could put emotion slips in it. You could even make emotion bands, like use slap bands and put emotions on each one. We did something like that at the zoo as volunteers. They had a slap bracelet event where they had the kids make stuff, and they had slap bracelets out. It was really fun. That was like my favorite thing, because I worked in arts and crafts with the kids a long time ago too, when I worked at Discovery Zone. So, yeah. Let's see here. And the thing disappeared on here. I like most of these because this one says, check in. What are you grateful for? How are you feeling today? What do you want to accomplish today? Somebody missed this and said, what are your needs today? Yeah, they meant to put the R and forgot. So basically, whoever created this did a good job, though. I admit that, because some of these are hard to make. Trust me, I know. I used to take computer class, but it was a professional class. It wasn't just a rookie class. So, because business isn't supposed to be about rookies, it's supposed to be about higher, they can be, but in some cases, it's not. So I would have made one of these, a poster, or something like that. So I like this one. Calming techniques. You don't have to force a child to do all these. If you just want to do one, let them do one. So and watch for the puzzles. If they choose puzzles, make sure it's not an overwhelming puzzle. And make sure it has a certain amount of pieces. Like, start them off with 2 pieces and then see how their response is going to be. Because I had one kid I was working with, and he did not like puzzles for some reason, and I'm thinking it has to do with trauma. So be careful on that. Same thing with an animal, a stuffed animal. If it traumatizes them, don't force them to use it. Don't force them to interact with it, and understand it's a trauma trigger. Same thing with all of these. If it's a trauma trigger, stop and find an alternative. So this one actually has an upgraded version of it that I think I did show you. And here is another thing. Self-confidence affirmations. Affirmations do have phone apps now that you can have the affirmations on, or use those ones. Like this one, my feelings matter. Yep, no matter what feelings you have, no matter how many are validated or aren't validated, they still matter no matter what. I'm capable of achieving my goals. And if you want to define goals, you can define them in many ways. I like using acronyms for the word goals. That way, like G would be, let's see, what would be a good G word? Get, or trying to think of like where do you want to get to in the goal. It's a little bit harder to explain, but you don't want to have too much pride in yourself, though. That could be no. Today is going to be a great day. Yeah, you could say that if you want to. I'm not perfect, and that's okay. Yes, this is a good one. I liked what one of my friends started to say. He said, I'm imperfect, perfect. That was his way of saying no matter how things are, you still got that perfect, even if it's not 100% perfect. And these are nice. Some of these came in different sets. So these are like 2 sets in one. But not really, because they're separate sets that I can put as one here. This is the alphabet coping skills, which was created by a teacher. So salute to the teacher. So I don't know if it was a parent, teacher, or just a teacher who taught in a school with no kids. But I know a teacher made this. But Temu, Etsy, and then it's on Google. So it'd be coping skills alphabet. It's missing the alphabet. But here it goes by each alphabet letter. So A is for art, B is for ball, stress ball. The stress balls, you can get them personalized or non-personalized, or you can get them with little motivational sayings or patterns. Counting, you don't have to count to just 30. You can count anything backward and forward. Deep breathing, you can replace deep breathing if you want to. Same thing with all these. Find a safe place. If you can't do it mentally. Like, think of your favorite safe place and go there mentally. Some of these I would just be extremely careful on doing when you do go to a safe place, because that could be the harder thing. Practice gratitude. Gratitude varies. Hug a stuffed animal. Identify emotions. Journal. When kids are journaling, I would start them in a starter journal. They do have word prompt journals for younger grades. The Learning Post and Lakeshore Learning has those journals. You can buy them on Amazon, Temu, and mainly Amazon. I don't know if Temu sells emotion. They do, but it would be in different categories for journals. So yeah, I don't watch that. So it goes through the whole entire alphabet on this. Challenge negative thought. That one can be a challenge itself. There's a method that's used in DBT. It's called SOS. And a lot of people know that. But the newest SOS means stop, observe, shift. So you go from negative thought to positive thought. Or you might shift your weight when a negative thought occurs. Some people do that. They might shift like that. Move your body. Move my body. That's very similar to this, but this varies too. There's a 333 number. And be careful on this number, because in therapy, it means 3 of certain things. 3 movements, 3 sounds, and then 3 something else. So it's taking 3 things and combining it and challenging it. So it'd be kind of like this, and challenge negative thoughts. It'd be very similar to that. Same thing with the stretches, the exercise, the yoga. Visualize a happy place. Use a fidget toy, same thing. So yeah, just all differs.